What's going on? Tyler Roicki here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. And this morning, I'm gonna take you on a journey with me. We're gonna hop in my Porsche 911 Turbo and head out to the local Cars and Coffee, check out the car scene, meet some people, maybe hear a story or two. But I also wanted to share a mindset shift that I've had as of recently. I think it will be helpful and insightful for you to hear about it. So without further ado, let's hop in and take it for a spin. As we're getting warmed up, I actually have a question for you. Drop a comment below. What's the fastest car you've ever been in up to this point? Let me know in the comments. And I want to share something too interesting that a lot of people don't realize is just kind of exactly what all these cars entail. So I actually have the original window sticker. This was one of the first 991 turbos delivered in the United States. And I want you to check this out. It's kind of crazy. I mean, at the time, this was basically a $200,000 car. You see the MSRP there, $187,000. Because it has a ton of options. You see the base price there, and then you see what it ended up at. But actually, funny story related to that I'll share. So let's talk about this mindset shift I've had recently. And it's so funny, I literally started this vlog and realized I wasn't even recording. So take two, technically. The shift of mindset I've had more recently is to change my mindset from I have to I get to, as far as the things I'm doing on a daily basis. Because for the longest time, I would get stressed out, anxious about the week or day, or if I had calls scheduled with certain people, or just knowing what I needed to do, and it was something I wasn't really looking forward to, but it had to get done. Kind of shifted gears, and all that stuff doesn't really bother me as much anymore because I'm just looking at it through the lens of like, hey, this is something I get to do, not something I have to do. And for me, it's not just because I have a certain amount coming in every single month, regardless of what I do. That's part of it, I think. Meaning, I mentioned this in a previous vlog, but like I get out of bed, I literally make six figures in my sleep, and my goal is to build upon it from there. But that does take some stress off the plate. When you build and progress towards financial freedom, that definitely alleviates, I think, some stress and anxiety if you have something coming in versus not, and then you can keep building upon it. But the other part of that for me is realizing like that truly does give me the ability to spend my time on what I want, how I want to. If I want to spend it helping a certain person or doing something else that fulfills me, I get the opportunity to do that. But for me, the bigger goal is growth. I want to keep growing. Fact of the matter is, growth is not an easy path. When you're pursuing bigger goals and dreams that you have in your life, I'm convinced that more often than not, the days are going to be filled with challenges and things that are difficult and conversations that aren't always the easiest to have. And it's up to you to make them happen. And so I think more often than not, the day is going to be filled with challenges and obstacles. But do you have a mindset that you really have to do this thing, or it's a privilege to get to do this thing and to get to bring your goals to life and help other people in the process? So that's kind of the shift that I've had as far as how I'm thinking about things here. I also want to speak more to how I'm actually making my dreams come true as well in the process here, and ultimately growing and scaling my business through growth-minded people I can help and contribute value to. I've learned over the course of the last 10 years just to think bigger, and a lot of that's come from just surrounding myself with the right people and people that have caused me to expand my mindset. And what's really accomplished that for me has been getting in the right rooms with the right people and surrounding myself with people that initially have accomplished the goals and dreams I was after, for one, but also over time had done like bigger things than I even thought and imagined to do. So like that's the value. You'll see videos on this channel from time to time where I'm getting to a big event with other real estate leaders. That's the biggest reason why. Like for me, it's not a luxury to be able to buy a ticket and spend a couple grand or sometimes more just to get in these rooms with, like, between the ticket, lodging, all the expenses. Like, it's not a luxury for me to do that. It's more of a necessity if I want to have the connections and really the growth that happens, especially expanding my own vision and mindset. That's the most pivotal thing. And that's something I've advised my partners who are newer to the business to get in those rooms as quickly as possible. And the ones that have done it, honestly, have seen the most growth in their journeys early on. Some of my most productive agents who are earning multiple six figures a year in income 2 to 3 years into their real estate business, they're people that committed to getting their first big event and getting in a big room with the right people early on before they even had a deal closed, before they really even had the money to do it. So strong correlation there. It's kind of a chicken and the egg sort of thing, but I'm telling you, you got to get to the events. You got to expand your vision and mindset and put yourself around more of the right people, because it's going to cause you to level up. Who you are, who you surround yourself with. You're the average of those 5, as we've all heard it before. So make sure you're putting yourself in the right rooms. But ultimately going forward, I'm going to be scaling through people that are more focused on growth. I think the past few years, I've just been so open to helping anyone and everyone. And for a lot of people, that was people getting into the business. But going forward, I'm going to be more focused on helping people that are already making things happen and ready to take it to the next gear and next level. Because I know I have over 200 partners in my real estate business all across the nation. And I know that the reality is I only need a small percentage who have a big vision, are willing to take the action upon it, that I can stand behind and help to really build something massive. So I've focused more over the last few months of really getting clear on who those people are and really working with them more hands-on to help them grow and scale their business and to take it into the next year. So I'm scaling through growth-minded people. If you're growth-minded, if you're in real estate, if you're making things happen, we really should have a conversation, because you never know where a conversation might go or lead to. I send out a ton of referrals all across the map. I have like 4 to send out today alone to different agents in different markets. But for me, that's like the smaller of the 2 opportunities. There's other people I'm working more hands-on with to help them get more deals done. Connect with me if you're in the real estate business. We haven't yet had a conversation. If you're enjoying the content here, whether it's the vlogs or other information I share, whatever it is, reach out, connect. It's easy to get in touch. We're gonna pull up to Cars and Coffee here, and I might share a car story or 2 later. So stay tuned in the video here. I don't think we're quite done yet. We're gonna see what's on the ground here at the local car scene as I roll up in my 2014 Porsche 911 Turbo. So I hope you enjoyed checking out the cars as much as I did. And actually what you didn't see on camera is I made some new connections, in large part because of my car. And that's one of the benefits that you don't really see or understand unless you're involved in the car community like I am, is when you have a nice car, it's a great conversation starter in a way that you can meet other like-minded people. And so I made some new connections, some unexpected ones actually. A couple of the people that were admiring my car, got to talking with them, and turns out one of them had a Ferrari and we were talking about it. I was trying to convince him to bring it out to the next show. He thought it would be a little too flashy here for the Waco scene, but it turns out he had a buddy that was with him and they were scoping out the local Cars and Coffee, and his buddy also had a brand new Ferrari. And so hopefully that helps to add to kind of the high performance exotic cars that show up next time. Those are the cars that I enjoy the most. And I met someone else, didn't capture it on camera, but someone pulled up in a brand new 911 Turbo S. And it's funny because he was just in town getting coffee, and he always gets Black Rifle on Saturday morning. He pulls up, he had no idea we were having a car show, but got to chatting with him. So made some great new connections. I might have gained a new subscriber, but also just kind of got a little more keyed in onto some of the things happening here in the local community. With all that being said, I was going to share some stories that were car related, but I might save that for a future vlog and video. I think for now, I shared what I wanted to share with this one. I took you on the journey with me, and I want to take you on this journey with me going forward and to share the insights I'm finding as I'm taking and scaling and growing my business to the next level. Just keep in mind, this is coming up on my 10th year in the journey with real estate, and even a year prior to that is when I started my journey of personal and professional growth in a big way. But I'll speak more to what I'm finding that's helping me grow and evolve in the future as long as you are subscribed. So make sure if you somehow, some way haven't already, hit that button. And with that in mind, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.